Today we are going to learn these 4. How to crochet a little ghost. Now let's crochet the body of the little ghost. First we need the magic ring. Wrap the thread around your pinky. Put it on the index finger. Form a coil on the middle finger. Pinch this coil with your thumb and middle finger. Crochet through the loop. Pulling the thread out. And then, wrap the cotton thread from the top again. Pull the thread out of the loop on the crochet hook. This is a chain stitch. Note that the chain stitch is not used as a coil. We are going to hook 6 single crochet in this loop for the first round. The single crochet hook is. We crochet with this loop. Straight through the loop. Put the wire. Hook it out. There are 2 loops on the crochet hook. Let's wrap the thread again. Pull the thread directly out of the 2 loops on the crochet hook. This way the 2 chain stitches are 1 stitch. This is a single crochet. We're gonna hook 6 single crochets. After we've hooked 6 single crochets, we'll take the loop off the finger. Find the short one. Tighten it gently. Then find the position of the first stitch. This is the chain stitch. The first stitch is here. Through the crochet hook, put the thread. Take the coil, bring it through the loop on the crochet hook again. It's a sheep stitch. This is what it looks like. We're hooked up on the first loop. And then, winding the wire directly pulls the wire out. Loop on the crochet hook. This is a chain stitch. Once the chain stitch is hooked, you can start the second loop. For the second loop, we are hooking 6 single crochet increases. That's hooking inside the same loop. 2 single crochet. The position of the first stitch. That's the loop in our sheep stitch chain stitch. Through the crochet hook. Pulling the thread out of the loop. Rewinding and pulling through the 2 loops on the crochet hook. A single crochet. Another short crochet in the same loop. This is the same set of stitches. We are going to hook 6 sets. After the last set, that's a total of 12 loops. You can count them, and then find the position of the first stitch. Sheep stitch. And that's how you hook the second loop. And then we'll hook another chain stitch. Starting the third loop. The pattern for the third loop is 1 increase and 1 single crochet. For a set of 6 hooks. The loop will be 18 stitches when finished. Let's demonstrate the first group. Hook a single crochet increase inside the first stitch. That's 2 single crochets in the same loop. And then a single crochet in the second loop. Hook 3 loops in this way. Hook 6 sets. After we've hooked the last set, find the position of the first stitch. Sheep stitch. And that's the third loop. Hook a chain stitch. Starting the fourth loop. The pattern for the fourth loop is a single crochet and an incrustation. 1 single crochet for a group. 6 sets of hooks. The total number of stitches in this loop is 24. Let's demonstrate the first group. Hook a single crochet inside the first coil. Hook a single crochet increase in the second loop. A single crochet in 3 loops. This is a group of 4 loops. After hooking the last group, the total number of stitches in this loop is 24. Let's find the position of the first stitch. Ship stitch. Hook a chain stitch. Next, we'll start the 5th hook. The pattern for the 5th set is 3 single crochets, 1 increase for a group. That's 6 sets of hooks. The total number of stitches in the loop is 30 stitches. Let's demonstrate the first group. Let's start with 3 single crochets. Hook a single crochet incrustation in the 4th loop. This makes a group of 5 loops. Hook up the last group. We find the position of the first stitch. This is the 5th loop. We are hooking a chain stitch. The next 6 to 10 loops. 30 single crochet hooks, no additions, no subtractions. Each loop. At the end of the hook O. And the first ship stitch. Then hook a chain stitch to start the next round. Hook a single crochet inside each loop. Let's finish the 6th复式 loop. Crochet the 10th loop. We find the position of the first stitch. Ship stitch. Next, we'll start the 11th loop. Let's start with a chain stitch. This loop we're hooking. The inner half of this loop, that's the straight peak. It's the inside half. Coil hook. Our pattern for this loop is 3 single crochet. A decrease is a group. 6 groups of hooks. The total number of stitches after the loop is 24. Let's demonstrate the first group. Crochet through this inner half stitch. Then pull the thread out. Just hook a single crochet. Single crochet in the first 3 stitches, all inner half stitches. Then the first stitch is a decrease. Note that the crochet hook passes through the loop. Hook the thread out. This time there are 2 loops on the crochet hook. The next loop goes straight through the crochet hook. Hook the thread out again. Now there are 3 loops on the crochet hook. Let's just wrap the thread. We'll take the wire through all 3 coils in one go. This is how it looks. It's a decrease. For coils, we are going to give it 6 sets of hooks for one group. Let's go over it again. Let's start with 3 single crochets. Note the peaks. Inside half hook. And then cross the crochet hook at this point in the decrease. Hook the loop. Then pass the crochet hook through the loop in the next stitch. Then wind the thread directly over the 3 loops on the crochet hook. This is a decrease and we finish it off with 6 sets. After the last group we find the first stitch and give it a ship stitch. For the ship stitch, we are going to pick up 2 loops. Well, that's 2 chain stitches in one loop. And that's the 11th loop. Hook a chain stitch. Let's start the 12th loop. The pattern for the 12th loop is a single crochet and a decrease. 1 single crochet for a group. 6 sets of hooks. Finish the loop. The total number of stitches in the loop is 18. We are picking up a whole loop for this one. Let's start with a single crochet. And then a decrease. Decrease by picking up the outer half of this stitch. Pull the thread out. The next stitch is the same, pull the thread out. Pull the thread straight through the 3 loops on the crochet hook. Next stage is a single crochet. This is a group of 3 loops. Let's give him 6 sets of hooks. When we're done with the last group, we'll find the first stitch. Give him the single crochet. Well, this time, hook a chain stitch. We can stuff him with a little cotton. After we've stuffed the cotton, we'll start hooking the 13th circle. The pattern of the 13th loop is a decrease, a single crochet for a group. To hook 6 sets. The total number of stitches after this loop is 12. Let's start with a single crochet. Hook another decrease. That's 2 coils in a group, give him 6 groups. After we have hooked 6 groups, we find the position of the first stitch. Give him the sheep stitch. Hook a chain stitch. Starting the 14th loop. The 14th loop is a 6 decrease hook. Go straight to all decreases. That's 6 decrease hooks, one by one. After you've hooked 6 decreases, we find the position of the first stitch. Sheep stitch. Hook a chain stitch. Then cut the cotton thread. At this point it's possible to put a little more cotton in him. After we've stuffed the cotton, we'll hide the threads. Just cut the threads. Next, we are going to crochet the skirt. Let's take the body of this. And we find his sheep stitch chain stitch. There it is. And then, this is where the tail was just collected. In this direction, this way. Find the position of the last stitch. Through the crochet stitch. And then, bring the line straight through. Hook a chain stitch. This way we are going to be on the 11th loop of the. On the outer half stitch, we are going to make 30 single crochets. We've got a chain stitch. Threading back through this coil. Pull the wire out. Single crochet. I'm going to give him a little bit of pressure on the end of the thread when I hook him. 2 single crochets. 3 single crochet. 4 single crochet. And then, you can cut the threads for it. Next, hook the loop into a single crochet. After hooking a single crochet, we find the position of the first stitch. And then we hook a chain stitch. The second loop is the same. Give him the hook again, a single crochet without adding or subtracting. After the last stitch, we find the position of the first sheep stitch. Another one. Chain stitch. At this point we are going to start hooking the hemline. And then we are going to start with a half double crochet. So we hook another chain stitch. And here's 2 more stitches. First, a half double crochet. Crochet this way round. Then enter the needle where the first stitch was. Bring the thread over. This time there are 3 loops on the crochet hook. Let's wind the thread again. Straight through 3 coils. This is a half double crochet. And then we are going to take another coil from inside. Hook a double crochet. Crochet around a thread. Back to the original loop. Pull the wire out. Then this time there are 3 loops on the crochet hook. Then we'll wind the thread through the first 2 loops. And then we'll take the last 2 coils. This is a double crochet. And then the next coil inside, we hook a half double crochet. Wrap the thread through the loop. Pulling the wire out. Rewinding the wire to bring it straight through the 3 coils. Then hook a sheep stitch inside the next coil. Directly bring the hook to the loop on the crochet hook. This is a lace. And then, let's hook a second set. Direct. A half double crochet. And a double crochet in the same loop. Hook a half double crochet in the next loop. Hook a sheep stitch in the next loop. This looks like 2 laces. Hook him up. 4 laces. We finish the last lace. We'll cut him off. And then just find the first position. Hide the threads for him. The part of the arm we are going to hook after we break the thread. We are going to give it on both sides of this side. Find a point of symmetry. And then crochet directly through the loop. Bring him the thread. Third chain stitch. And then the penultimate stitch is also here. Hook him a half double crochet. Yeah. It's the other way round. Let's get down to the arm. Find this. With the coils in the back shape stitch chain stitch terrace. Find the point of symmetry on both sides. He'll find it for himself and then through the crochet hook. In this position, bring him the line. Hook 3 chain stitches. And then at the second stitch. That's it. Position of the penultimate stitch. We are going to crochet him a half double crochet. After we've hooked up a half double crochet like this, let's go back to the above stitch. Through crochet. Give him the sheep stitch straight out. And then disconnect. Hide the threads for him a little bit. Same thing on the other side. After collecting the threads, this is how we finish the main part, and then we'll move on to paste the eyes, then sew the mouth. Let's find the eyes first. Find an approximate location. Give him a little bit of a fix. And then we'll adjust it a little more slowly. Next, we'll sew up the mouth. And then we'll dab the eyes. This looks like the main part of our body, and that's about it for him. Next, we'll start hooking the devil's wings. First, we'll hook 7. Chain stitch. Hook 7. Chain stitch later. We have the first stitch here in the penultimate position. Second stitch. Crochet a half double crochet in this penultimate stitch. Hook another double crochet. And then 2 chain stitches. Here in the penultimate chain stitch. Position 3. It's the part of the back that bulges out. Crochet a sheep stitch. And then on the next stitch, hook 1. Single crochet. And then another one. Chain stitch. And then a half double crochet in the next stitch. In the same stitch, make a double crochet. Then on the next loop ship stage, hook 2 chain stitches. This is how the line breaks. We are all hooked up in one wing. And then we'll hook him up with the same wing. Next, the tentacles. For the tentacles, we go straight to magic ring. 4 single crochets. One, 2, 3. Magic ring for single crochet after we tighten the coils. Then we find the position of the first needle. Ship stitch. Another chain stitch. On the second loop, hook him 2 sets, a single crochet and an incrustation. One set. Two sets of hooks, well 2 sets later. Find the position of the first stitch. Give him the ship stitch. A chain stitch breaks. And that's how we hook a tentacle. Same thing. Hook him another one. Let's assemble this demonic model. Let's start with the wings. Let's find a place for him directly behind this ear. One more up. That's how you tighten the line for him. Let's fix it in this position. And then we'll fix the other side as well. And when we're done, we are going to take these two tentacles and we are going to take them. We are going to put them on as well. We'll give it to him this way. We've fixed the approximate position. And then we are going to give him a little bit of glue on each of these edges. It makes them stronger. Then give it all the threads behind this one. Tie a knot. What happens after you tie the knot? Let's cut the threads. And then wrap the thread around him. The rest of these are the same.